So, a long term patient of mine recently texted me frantically. We'll call him Peter. Doc, I did something in Vegas. I used a condom, but I still got burned. I got an infection. WTF. How did it even happen? Now, Peter's a recent divorcee. He had a great time in Vegas, but he also went home burning. Luckily, what he had was curable, but I don't want this to happen to you. I'm Dr. Rachael Ross, physician, sexologist, and founder of the Dr. Rachael Institute. And in this video, I'll show you the right way to put on a condom, how to use it safely, and how to take it off properly so that you can minimize your risk of infection and avoid being another Peter in Vegas. Okay? Now, by the end of this video, you'll know how to avoid the most common mistakes men make with condoms and why what happens in Vegas can actually stay in Vegas. And listen, subscribing to my channel is already one step towards protection. Safer sex actually starts before you put on the condom. I call this STD sensitive grooming. Now, you don't want any cuts or sores on your penis or pubic area because that's how infections actually enter your bloodstream, through tiny tears or irritated skin. Now, Peter actually waxed his pubic hair before he got to Vegas. And that's a big no-no. I'm not here to judge, but that's one trend for men that I just can't get into. Waxing or even shaving tears open the pores of the skin, and those pores are wide open doorways for infection. So instead, just trim it down short. Don't shave or wax right before sex, particularly if you're going on a trip. Now, a condom won't cover the base or the surrounding skin anyway, so you have to protect those areas from micro-injury, all right? Now, next, you want to pick the right size. Now, the first thing you've got to do is right sizing. Believe it or not, condoms come in all shapes and sizes, and listen, you can lie to her or him, but you can't lie to the condom. If you overestimate your whale and grab magnums, that condom might fall off, and if it's too tight, it could tear. So here's a really quick method. Now, when you're fully hard, take that tape measure, a soft one, and measure the base to the tip, and then measure the girth or circumference around the middle. And if you don't have a soft measuring tape, you can use a string and then later put it on a ruler. Then match your girth to the condom width on the box. So under 4.3 inches, snug fit. 4.3 to 5 inches, get a standard fit. And over 5 inches, you go for the large or the extra large. See, the right size will roll on easily, it feels secure, and it'll stay put, which means better pleasure and better protection, actually. And a scientific fact, condoms are up to 98% effective with perfect use, but who's perfect? But only about 87% effective with typical use. And most of the gap comes from either user error, the wrong size, putting it on too late, or partial use. One study found that 4 to 7% of condoms actually break or slip off, and nearly a third of the people admit to using condoms incorrectly at least once. Now, if you find your erection fades the moment you put the condom on, it may not be performance anxiety. It may be a circulation problem. And as you age, testosterone decreases and sensitivity drops. It just doesn't feel quite as good or quite as intense. And condoms can make that a little worse. Yes, it's a latex shield. And those two together, the aging and the latex, can be a double whammy. So to help with that, try my E-Function smoothie recipes. Each recipe uses clinically proven ingredients to boost nitric oxide, improve blood flow, and support testosterone balance. RJ wrote in and said, look, before the smoothies, my fertility doctor told me my sperm were slow swimmers. After 6 months, my energy skyrocketed. My erections are like a brick. And apparently my swimmers picked up speed, LOL. So you can grab your free erection smoothie link in the description below to get started. Now, next, you've got to put it on the right way. Now, if it's been a while, I want you to practice. If you're new to this, I want you to practice. Buy a few condoms. Roll one on at home and roll it off. Get comfortable. See, the most common vibe-killing mistake are inside-out condoms. It kills the vibe and the protection. You fumble for minutes and it feels like hours. Putting it on properly will fix that. So put it on, roll it on, practice, bust one off, and practice. Open it carefully. Pinch the tip for airspace. Then just unroll just a couple of inches to check direction. And if it rolls smoothly, place it on the head and unroll all the way to the base. If not, flip it and retry it. And once it's on, make sure it stays on. And if it suddenly feels too good to be true, check, because it probably just slipped off. And in that case, I want you to stop and grab a new condom. Never show up with just one condom, because always have at least 3 with you, because you never know. So with that, do you have any condom hacks? And if you do, drop them in the comments and share. You may save someone's life. That's what we're here to do, is share. So share and subscribe your condom hacks below, right? Because the condom myths that keep these clinics busy. Myth 1, that you should shower with the condom on to prevent infection. Now, a lot of men really believe this. Like, if you keep the condom on and rush to the shower after sex, you can rinse away all those germs, right? It sounds logical, but it's so wrong. And here's the science. See, sexually transmitted infections actually enter the body through microscopic breaks in the skin and the mucous membranes. So once that contact happens, the infection is already kind of transmitted. If the cuts are there, water and soap can't undo it. In fact, scrubbing in the shower with the condom on, it can make things worse. The friction and the heat can cause microabrasions, tiny cuts, irritation, and even force the fluids deeper into the skin, which can increase your risk of infection, not reduce it. So take the condom off right after sex, hold it at the base, take it off, withdraw before you lose your erection while you're holding it, and then tie it off and toss it in the trash. Do not shower with it on. Do not flush it down the toilet. Both of those will create plumbing emergencies and doctor's visits. Now, the next myth, we call this the just the tip myth. Yep. This is actually considered partial use, and it's one of the biggest reasons that condoms fail. Because studies show that up to 25% of men admit to putting the condom on after they've already put the tip in. Penetration has already started. That's like putting on your seatbelt after the crash, right? Pre-ejaculate fluid, or pre-cum, even though it contains a lesser amount of it, they too can contain HIV, chlamydia, gonorrhea, and depending on the man, enough sperm to get someone pregnant. So even just the tip is enough to share more than you bargained for with the person, right? And if you want the condom to work, it has to go on before any genital contact every single time. So remember Peter in Vegas, right, who brought back more than he bargained for from Vegas. He thought he was protected, so don't let it happen to you. Trim safely, size right, roll it on correctly, ditch the myths, and protect yourself during and after. And if you want to take even better care of your erection, click on this next video where I break down the biggest penis mistakes men make every single day. I'm Dr. Rachel. I love you, and boom, I'm out.